Alright guys, Rich here from the rcnetwork.com and welcome to another episode of Tool Tuesday. Now this week we're going to be taking a look at the JConcepts precision hobby knife handle. This thing is pretty cool, and I've got to say it's expensive. I mean, there's no getting around this. This is a $36 hobby knife handle. Does not come with blades, but in this episode, we're going to be taking a look and see if it's really worth it. Now, on my hunt for tools, I'm always looking for things that are kind of innovative and fresh and, you know, just go outside of the normalcy of different tools that are on the market. Now, of course, everyone has seen this. This is your standard, regular hobby knife. I mean, made by X-Acto is one of the brands out there. And I don't know about you, but I'm a pretty average sized guy, and this thing is made for like a I don't know, a 6-year-old. The handle is about a 1/4 inch piece, and I can't grab onto it with any confidence whatsoever and feel good cutting while I'm doing it. So the good minds over at JConcepts came up with this thing. This thing is quite a bit larger, and of course I buy number 11 blades for my X-Acto knife like they're going out of style. This is, I ended up buying like a 50 pack a while back, and then I bought another set of these as well. So I use quite a few of these. Always like to have a fresh one when I'm cutting a body or doing any kind of detail work. So it comes in this nice bag here, and I like to use these bags for storing parts. So if I'm tearing down a rig, it's always nice to use those and just go ahead and grab a quick Sharpie, mark on what rig it is, and you kind of have a little sealable bag for, you know, small parts that can easily get lost. But let's crack this thing open, see what we get inside the bag. So went ahead and got this thing out of the bag, and as you can see here, it's a very nice item. I mean, this is all aluminum, anodized blue, that kind of, you know, team associated factory blue color, famous, you know, for JConcepts. They definitely do a great blue color. Kind of have a little end cap right here, and that's going to be where you're going to be able to store additional blades, which is pretty nice. I don't know how many times I've, you know, either forgot to bring blades with me, you know, when I'm out at a track or wherever I'm using these things. But you have a pretty good little storage in the handle there. You know, this is what I'm talking about. I forget either to bring these or it's empty or whatever the case is. Now you don't have to worry about that. So blades just store right inside the handle. Now, as far as the getting into the actual blade, this is just a basic tube right here. And as we unscrew this, this is going to be the actual handle right there. And right there, we're seeing the tip that you can mount those blades onto. Once again, this screws off and on, and you're able to mount those X-Acto blades onto this. Alright, so I went ahead and mounted up a fresh number 11 tip on there. Mounted in quite nicely. I mean, it had a very snug feel. There's nothing worse that I hate than when you have one of those little tiny X-Acto knives and the blade constantly comes loose. This one felt very secure as I was tightening it down. Now, as far as the cap just slips right over this, and you have a nice secured X-Acto blade now for your carrying. So no more losing these little things right here. I don't know how many of these I've lost over the years, and you know, you can have pretty much a secure now section right here for your new hobby knife. So as far as storing them in the handle, I have about 10 blades here. These are number 11 blades, and they slip right nicely into the handle there. Just simply screw the cap back on and you're ready to go. So lastly, let's go ahead and compare size between this one and the traditional X-Acto version. So this one's nice. You can kind of choke up onto it. You can get a little bit further back, and you have these ridges right here to keep a very firm grip. I mean, this thing has a great feel to it. It's very thick. It feels substantial. It has a little bit more weight to it, which is nice as well. And just to give you a comparison on size with what I'm sure you're very familiar with, that very thin X-Acto knife that's been in the past, but right there you're seeing the difference in size. I mean, this one is just so much more substantial, gives you a little bit of bling in your pit bag, and gotta say, this is a nice feel here from JConcepts. Well guys, that is it for now. That is this week's Tool Tuesday. Hope you stay tuned for next week's. Comments, questions on down below, and as always, thumbs up and subscribe. That's it for now guys. Over and out.